Look how quickly that transition worked. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along. It's Cassadine Raven. It's Thursday night, so it's ACR night, and what a fucking lineup we have got for you. Not just in the commentary box, of course, myself, Double O Raven, John Wright. I'll be joined by Kane Denham.
Good evening.
As we take you through the action, and I do mean action, yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is the ACR rain pouring on down. And it's not just the rain that is going to feature at this classic British 1930s racetrack. What a lineup we have for you. Of course, on screen now, one of our returning top three drivers from last season. That is Mr. Leon Seeley. Let's get this back into the right view. Let's have a quick rundown. Just joined today, Floppy Fox. Just joined today, Mr. Death Zone is joining us. Leon Seeley's on track. De Silva returning for another crack at ERT. Dexter has joined the lineup today as well. Can you tell I'm excited? That guitar dude joined today. We've got returner Cow Cow, Lorison, Joe Bananas, Adam, Sweet Dreams, Luke Ward, Woodster, Gunnar Robb, Jay Leolis, Awful Gearbox, GT96, a lot of rain in 1930s racetrack, an overexcitable Scotsman, and of course, Kane Denham. How we doing, Kane?
Good evening. I'm very well, John. Welcome again, everyone. As you can tell, we are very excited. John's on the edge of his seat here.
Literally.
We have some huge names here for the ACR PS4 League. Where are we? Season 5 now, John, on the console.
Yep.
Looking through these ACC seasons and talk about cracking. We've got some real quick guys out there. Do have some rain, so we started off the season with a nice wet Donington.
That was the heaven smiling down.
And if Donington wasn't tricky enough, John, 2.4 kilometres, 2.4 miles, 4 kilometres, wasn't tricky enough, dry. Throw some water down and see these cars stick to the road. We'll definitely going to see some carnage out there tonight.
Yes, indeed we are, and it is, yeah, I just cannot get more excited about this lineup. That list of names I've just given you, and there's a driver that's not even racing tonight. He can't make it tonight, and that is returning champion Mario. That's right, Mario is returning to defend his crown, and he is going to be racing in amongst this lot. Kane, it is beyond a mouth-watering lineup with some teams thrown in there as well.
Absolutely. Do have some teams there, John. Teams currently that take up the whole 5 opening positions. So, just want to say a quick load of guys in the chat. We've got Mr. Deathzone in the chat. We know he's always good at driving and typing. So, a big wave and hello to
And he is already famous.
Deathzone. And he is already famous.
Yep.
James Lee's going to be famous if he's not already as well.
Seriously.
Good
Yep.
evening, James. And of course, Johnny Visit. Johnny there here. Ready and waiting as we all are for this action to unfold.
Oh yeah, we've got ILE, we've got VPB, we've got SOP, ERT, LPS, and we've got Joe Bananas. It's an absolutely cracking lineup. Johnny Visit, I know I was speaking here earlier on and I was telling you about this lineup. You were as excited as me. This is seriously, like I've always said before, like I said last season, the championship was going to be decided down to the last race. It could have been, Mario could have technically lost the championship on the last day, but positions 2 and 3 were definitely battled for right down to the last checker flag. I'm telling you now. Top 5 positions in this championship are going to be decided probably with, I would say, 3 laps from the end of the last race. Right, that's the prediction I'm giving you at the moment. The calendar, we've got Donington, Paul Ricard, Silverstone, Zandvoort, Monza, Spa, Suzuka, Mount Panorama, Kailami, and Brands fucking Hatch Kane. That is a calendar that's just fucking unbelievable lineup as well, isn't it?
Just sitting here with a massive grin on my face, just looking at the calendar, John. So we add the drivers' names to those calendars, and the racing we are in for this season. Yeah, hold on, strap in, guys. It's yeah, it's gonna be all on.
Oh,
Put it that
the
way.
series is. Oh, Joe Bananas has done it. I told you, Kane. Top 5. So there we go.
There
Joe
we
Bananas
go.
threw himself in the top 5 with the teams. There's Floppy Fox. He is doing it for family there, giving it the full Vin Diesel across the line. But there we go. I do believe that's going to be the final qualifying positions. Adam's got a checkered flag. Cow still on track, actually. Let's not forget how much he improved last season, Kane. Are we going to see him improve in the last throw of the dice? Oh, he does! He's got up to 7th! Fucking yes, what a race! I'm so excited. Yeah, Kane, say something before so I can just mute my mic and catch my breath, because I'm absolutely fanboyed up at this lineup. It is ridiculous. I mean, I keep talking about the lineup, but we've got Floppy Fox in pole position, Death Zone on the front row, Leon Seeley in third, Dexter in fourth, Joe Bananas fifth, and De Silva in sixth. That alone is a lineup of the gods, my friend.
Absolutely, John. Don't forget some of these returning names. We've got Gunnar Robb down there in 14th place.
Yes!
Gunnar Robb, from memory, has completed over 118 races.
Wow. Shout out to Gunnar Robb.
Yeah, so massive veteran of the ACR world here, Gunnar Robb. So, yeah, especially that's completed 118. There we go, confirmation. 118 lap races, John. So definitely in here for the long haul, and always good to see Gunnar Robb back. He's in that Bentley this season. Good mix of cars out there. You'd be very pleasantly, very happy to see, John, that there's plenty of Ferraris to find throughout the season. So there'll be no shortage of the Ferrari on screen. People at home, don't you worry about that.
Excellent.
Of course, we've still got the Lexus out there. Sweet Dreams returning to the console league this season. Representing the Lexus as well. Another big round of applause there, John. Keep it going.
Yep.
Crickets. Oh no. He's applauded the Lexus.
He's applauded the Lexus. He's applauded the Lexus. It got you a win at Mount Bathurst, so it must be an absolute marvel of engineering. See the way I set it up there.
Something on it. Must have wings. It flies down that mountain.
That must be what it is. Johnny, how is Kane sounding now? Sorry, Johnny's message said he sounded a bit low, but I think he should be better now. I've just tweaked you up a little bit and tweaked me down a bit. Sorry, there's it's always fun to do that.
I've been tweaked, gents. Ladies and gents, we've been tweaked. Let's get ready for the opening. What have we got? We've got a full formation lap.
Yes, we do. We do like to make sure it's a full formation lap. Let the drivers warm their brakes, and I tell you, I think we're going to have an issue. Obviously, we're on console this evening. It is PS4. Thank you, Floppy Fox and Dexter for the follow. Floppy Fox is in the chats. Good evening, gents. It's rain all the way. Well, the cloud actually, oh no, it does say plus, and then there's a bit of a minus, but that won't be till further into the race, so let me keep you a pit stop on the 23 or 24th minute. Okay! 8 months. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right, let's just turn that down way
People
too
at
much.
home, come on, join the...
Yeah, there we go. Commentators flexing there. Boom. Are you busting out? Yeah, look, he's even busting out the emote. That's what we need. We need more subscribers so we can get more emotes. So we need to get on that bandwagon, man. That's what we need to do. I think we may... Oh, no, he's out. He's out. Thank goodness. I saw a checkered flag next to Cow's name there. I thought he was about to have the same problem he did in the last race of last season.
What a problem that turned into.
Oh, seriously, that was, yeah, that was a fun one. It was fun.
Talk about, yeah, talk about massive grids keeping us on our toes, John. That one cow incident last season was enough to throw our whole race out, wasn't it?
Oh god, yeah. That was Yeah, that completely threw me. Like, I was completely backwards. I was just like, look, but he's just gone past the pits. He's just gone past the pits again. What? But he's still 15 laps down. Now he's 16 laps down. Now he's 17 laps down. So every time he goes past him in the pits, he goes a lap down. Yeah.
A big shout to the sportsmanship within the season last year too,
Yes.
John, because a lot of the drivers were straight in on that, confirming Cow's position in the race, and in fact, he had done the required stops and had completed all the racing. So yeah, it was good to see fellow drivers jumping in for support there, which could have been for Cow a terrible evening after a good result. So.
I know, yeah. To finish 6th or 7th and only get popped up with 15th, you would be fucking raging. They are at the moment coming around Goddard's. That's pretty much what you shout if you miss your braking point into here. Sorry, into the Melbourne hairpin first, and then it's into Goddard's. You do shout that because it disappears.
You can shout at either of them and both of them.
Yeah.
But probably not none of them.
Yeah, you could probably actually start shouting Goddard's at Melbourne just to make sure you're still shouting it as you're getting through. But as a wee cross straight, we're going to start Redgate, Hollywood, the old hairpin. It's going to be fun. Let's watch this one. 45 minutes, one mandatory technical pit stop. Some drivers will take on a litre of fuel. No one's going to take on tyres. It's green lights, it's foot down, away they go. Very clean start. Oh, we've got a Ferrari moving well and truly over. Is that Joe? But oh, a little bit of contact with Dexter. Oh, and they've righted themselves. Unbelievable save. Oh, and Floppy Fox has been touched. Oh, Floppy Fox and Death Zone had the littlest of touches there. I'm not sure 100% what happened because I was watching the action in the background there, Kane. It all looked very clean through it there. I don't think we can throw the blame at anyone in particular. I think he might have just let up his back tyres on the exit. Didn't quite have enough exit speed, and it caught him out, unfortunately. So it's Mr. Death Zone that leads. It's Leon Seeley then in second place. Dexter survived the early touch. He's in third. Joe Bananas up a place into fourth. Cow up to fifth. Adam in sixth. That guitar dude is in seventh. Luke Ward is in eighth. Gunnar Robin ninth. Larissa is in 10th. The Silva 11th. Sweet Dreams in 12th. Woodstar is in 13th place with Jay Leolas. Oh, he's just spun it. Hold your brakes slightly. There we go. He's just spun it in the rain. That Porsche will be a nightmare in this weather. GT6 Gaming has just gotten himself past another Ferrari that spun there. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, it's Luke B. Ward. He was running great guns there, so he's dropping down the field. The rain really catching out the drivers on the opening lap, but it's a battle up at the front that we're going to jump on board with. Joe Bananas in the Audi. He's having to go all kinds of defensive. He's got a Lamborghini right beside him and a Bentley looking to have a nibble as well. That's that guitar dude. We've got Adam in the Lamborghini and it's Cow up to fifth. Joe Bananas in fourth and Dexter is in third. He survived. Joe Bananas is run a bit wide. He's going to need a bit of traction out of there. It's all fun and games in the background. Oh, someone's come straight in the pit. I wonder if that's Gunnar Rob. It's Gunnar Rob.
Of course.
Sorry, on you go.
Definitely
Please say
Rob
something.
Have
a word, my friend.
Yeah, Gunnar Rob coming in for his, what we've come to know as customary early pit stop. That first lap gets it done early. Days, Cow up into fourth place, so that's a 3-position jump off the first lap, so he'll be happy there. Keep this consistent and try and keep himself up with Dexter in front. Guys up front have definitely got a good jump off, but John, Mr. Death Zone, apart from that little slight, we can't even call it an incident, we'll have to have a quick look back at that, see if we can find out exactly what happened at that opening corner. But Floppy Fox back up into 13th, so he'll be one to watch, working his way through the field from here through to the end of the race.
Yeah, well, and Woodster's actually ahead of him. I think there might be a bit of a battle actually going on here because Woodster's shown behind him on the timer board, but he's definitely ahead of him on track. There's updated there. A few drivers still up ahead of him. Bit of a bunch here though. It's Dexter, and he's got Cow and Joe Bananas then. I've seen off the Lamborghini driver Adam. He's dropped down some places, so we must have missed some action there. The rain at Donington is an absolute cracking opener as far as we're concerned, but quite frankly, if you're a driver in this, it's all your worst nightmares realised. Oh, and he's setting that too late on the brakes, and he's off to the tea stand for a sausage roll and a cup of tea, maybe a bit of Lorne in there as well. And it's Sweet Dreams in the Lexus, of course, member of RTS. He's fronting the Lexus this season. He now sees himself with some prey just in front of him, and Adam just behind him. Floppy Fox has got the move done then on Woodster. He's back up to 12th. Oh, and Adam is really struggling. Please hold those brakes. That's the one. And he's going to have to hold it for 2 more seconds. There we go. Absolute sportsmanship there. That's what it's all about. So there we go. Adam losing another couple of places. The Lamborghini not happy in the rain. Mario would agree with that, and so I'm sure would D. Lewis, one of the OGs from the ACC League seasons here. De Silva is in 8th in the Ferrari. Thought about changing his car today. Heavens above. Luke B. Ward, another Ferrari driver. He's in 7th. That guitar dude in the Bentley up to 6th. Joe Banana's back down to 5th. And it is Cow Cow. He's up to 4th. He's trying to close in on Dexter here. Leon Seeley has got a 2-second gap back, Kane, and Mr. Death Zone has got a 2-second gap back as well. So the Mercedes...
Now the inside at Melbourne's, John. Bit of contact there with Dexter. Those two have... Dexter just got away, but Cowcow's gone for that move down the inside. Didn't quite get it stopped in time, and that guitar dude's taken 4th spot from him as well. We did just catch that opening lap replay, John. From my point of view there, looks like Floppy Fox got a little bit early on the gas and done that to himself. All by himself. Mr. Death Zone definitely close and putting the pressure on to help Floppy Fox want to get that accelerator down, and down a little bit too early, and away it went. So Ferrari's still working its way back through now in 11th for the Indigo Lime Floppy Fox driver. Cow Cow now back on the charge. He'll look at a hunt back down that 4th position from that guitar dude.
Yeah, well, I actually saw, just as you started talking there, Ken, we saw a move by De Silva. Late on the brakes, made it stick against his fellow Ferrari. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, he's held it out the wall, though. Well done. Be careful with that rejoint. He stays on the right-hand side of the track. Oh, and I tell you what, the Lexus driver is going to be clenching and eating all types of upholstery through his clenched cheeks. That is for absolute sure. But Luke does rejoin, and there's places to be made there. So De Silva made the move on him in the last lap, and Sweet Dreams has been handed the move on Luke Ward as well, and Floppy Fox. Gunnar Rob has taken his pit stop. He's going to go past awful gearbox in 15th. Who's still at the pit, and GT96 Gaming, he's going for it as well. He is taking his pit stop early doors too. Let's see what Joe Bananas is saying to that guitar dude. He's saying, excuse me, Mr. Dude with the guitar, can I get past please? And Mr. Guitar Dude is saying, nope, I'm in a boatley. It's raining, therefore I'm going to be in front. But it is a battle brewing between these two. I'm scared to jump on board with anybody, because as soon as they do, they absolutely bin it. There's Floppy Fox. Sweet Dreams has realised exactly what was going on there, and there's no way he wanted to get in a battle with a driver who's just qualified in pole position. So very quickly it lets him pass so he can get on with his own race. Race IQ 200 right there. Floppy Fox race pace 200. He's back up to 10th, and he's very much got Luke Ward on the end of his fishing line. See how I continued with the Jaws metaphor there. Joe Bananas in the Audi still got De Silva breathing down his neck, and Laurisude is trying to keep on up there. Some great showing from some of the new additions to the league this evening. Mr. Deathstone, he's had 2 hours practice today. He literally joined this league today. Got about an hour's practice in the dry, and then it turned up and it was raining. And a lot of drivers in exactly the same boat. Floppy Fox, exactly the same. Signed up today. Literally managed to get checked in a couple of hours before the event started. So very, very, very last minute entries, far and wide. And they are putting on some cracking driving. Kane, I think it just goes to the testament. We've had a couple of opening incidents. It's Donington in the rain, but to be honest, nowhere near enough incidents as perhaps you might guess there to be, given the conditions in the track. And a lot of these drivers are new to one another, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Not only that, the Donington track's relatively new to console too, John. So
yeah,
let's not forget that. There's a lot of guys out there possibly would have signed up, seen some of these newer tracks, and possibly needed to get the DLC for this league specifically. So a couple of guys out there possibly doing laps for the first time around here at Donington. So Yeah, major shout out to that. We've got it's over 9,000 RPM in the chat. Donington, gotta love to hate it in the wet. That is. It's loves it in the dry though. It is a fun roller coaster type track. Get that car stuck between what is it? Between the
The
mayo
mayo
and the
and the
mustard.
mustard. Between the mayo and the
You'll
mustard.
have a very enjoyable night. We've got gasps in the background. What have we got going on there, John?
Oh, I forgot. Thing. Never mind. Yeah, no, Luke B. Ward. Oh, is that a change of place? No, it's not. No, it's not. Joe Bernard's that guitar dude, the silver. Yeah, no, sorry. You know what? I've went and Doc's logo. I've been trying to. Yeah, sorry. I'm talking about. I was supposed to be. I keep meaning to put that logo, and I put it on every screen except this one. Absolute donut.
What have we missed, John? Missed the death zone, down in 8th position.
Oh, what? I thought I saw jiggling on the time board there. Oh, so has he made a mistake then? Well, he was away out on his own, Kane, so, and I think it's too early to met up with back markers.
Just catching the replay now. Looks like it's happening at the opening.
Sorry, which one's Luke Budd? Oh, Luke Ward. Yes, Luke Ward. Yeah, he is doing well for his first race. They're all doing, a lot of them. That's what I'm saying. I think, yeah, Luke's signed up for this is his first race in ACR. Floppy Fox is coming to the pits to take his mandatory then. He's getting that one out the way early. Oh, and the track's drying out, Kane. Oh, it's going to be dry right at the end of the race. The last 4 minutes of the race, the track is, well, there won't be any rain falling.
Oh, we're just on board. Sorry, John. We're just catching a glimpse of Mr. Death Zone there. Started going wrong through Hollywood. Got it all sideways. A little bit out of control. Tried to correct it back up. Didn't get it stopped there for old hairpin. Goes wide left. Comes back right as well. And then spends a little bit of time spinning in the grass before finally getting back on track. So not ideal after the great start there by Mr. Death Zone, out well in front of the pack. He's going to have to fight his way back through now.
Would it be worth switching to dry tyres? That's the gamble. Yeah, with the track temperature, that's what it's all about really. It's all about the track temperature along with it. If you put dry tyres on, I've seen a guy running at 39 PSI at Spa. Dry tyres in the wet, 39 PSI. Yeah, I mean 39, I don't mean 29, I mean 39, 12 PSI above where it should be. And he said it was a lot easier to run over-pressured dry tyres on wet than it was to run wet tyres on a changing greasy surface. And given that he was lapping commensurate pace, the guys that were that I know to be very quick, then yeah, it certainly is a gamble. The clouds do say minus, so there's going to be less rain falling in the next 10 minutes, still 38 minutes left of the race. Rob's back up to an impressive 12th position after taking his pit stop early, so he really is going great guns and making the most of those falling by the wayside. Mr. Desso's got himself back up to 7th, but he does have Luke Ward closing him down. We're on board with Sweet Dreams, who is in the Lexus. He's looking to get a move done on Luke Ward then. Luke has had himself a bit of a wiggle and going into chicane. It's going to be a drag race, and I'll tell you what, oh, it's 50-50 all the way. The Lexus leaving plenty of room there. The Ferrari charging through. Oh, he's running a little bit weaker. Sorry, on you go, Kane.
No, I was just going to say, very cautious opening laps by Sweet Dreams here. Possibly just getting back into the groove of it. We did see him missing from last season, so yeah, Sweet Dreams coming back into it. Seen a couple of passes done by seen Sweet Dreams let a couple of cars pass relatively easy, so he's just out there to stay for the duration for the race, get some points for the opening and build from there, no doubt. Do see some very quick pace from Sweet Dreams in the past, so don't be surprised if we see that later on, but at the moment, a relatively cautious start it looks like.
Yeah, taking it nice and easy in these conditions. We've said it is all before, Kane. It's like automatically when you're going to a track like Bathurst, your only mission is to get to the end, finish, and get as many points as you can. Every point is a bonus on top of every other point that you get. And turning up at a track like Donington in these conditions is definitely one of those occasions where you want to get out of here with the points that you can. We're getting a relative look at the pace now as well, though, and not even still 10 minutes to go till the halfway stage of the race. We've had 4 drivers come into the pit. Cow has come into the pits and he's got himself 4 seconds ahead of Gunnar Robb. That might update in a second, though. Cow is now behind Adam. Yeah, this is a tough one, Kane. This is a tough one. Cow has pitted and Adam hasn't, of course, so you would think it wouldn't be much of a battle between the two of them. Not the easiest track to overtake on. We have had issues with this in the past, so it is down to driver preference before everyone drags us through the coals. Is he going to let him through? But it's a difficult one, Kane, at the moment. But you would say at this point it would be definitely in Adam's interest just to let Cow get through and get on with it, given that Cow's pitted and Adam hasn't. The two of them aren't actually really racing one another, given the difference in the pit stops.
Yeah, 100%. The other side of that coin is Cow's chosen to come in at a relatively
Indeed.
early time, so runs the risk of coming back out in some slower traffic. So it is the risk you run. You can get some clear traffic and get away with it, and it'd be all good for the rest of the race. If you do get stuck behind one of these cars still to pit, it might be a detriment to your end race. Of course, Adam in absolutely no responsibility to pull over and let Cow pass. So they are, for all intensive purposes, racing for position at the moment, even though Cow has made that pit stop.
Yeah, Cow qualified 7th, Adam in 9th, so they're both definitely top 10 drivers. I was just watching this battle up here that Guitar did. Oh, he's thought better of it. He's come into the pits then. He was trying to get moved on Dexter is now up to 2nd with all the pit stops. That Guitar dude then. He's coming into the pits, 28 minutes left to go. There was a charging Mercedes, and Mr. Death Zone we've just gone past. He's got himself back up to 6th position. He's got fellow new driver Lorisud just ahead of him at the moment. Luke B. Ward in 11th. He has got Sweet Dreams in 8th just behind him. De Silva's back down to 9th, so I think there might have been another slight off there. Cow and Adam are absolutely going at it, hammer and tong. Adam pulls the car back in the final corner, side by side action in the rain. This is going to be Cow's apex here. He's going to pop that out in front. Elful Gearbox then comes into the pits in the Porsche. Him and Jay Leolas. I don't imagine the Porsche is much fun here in the wet. So yeah, a brave entry for the first week of the championship. But there's Cow got the move done. He's back up to 10th. He's now got De Silva ahead of him, who of course still has to pitch. He's going to definitely... Oh, and Death Zone there. Oh, can we maybe get a check on the replay there? Was that perhaps... Doesn't look to be any damage. I think he's just maybe missed that chicane there. But Mr. Death Zone, we see, off into the sand. He's already had issues this race. Oh, and there's Adam, lost it again, coming into turn 1. Oh no, sorry, that's not turn 1. I'm talking absolute nonsense. That's Coppice. Yeah, so that's Coppice. Gunnar Robb out the pits. Floppy Fox in 13th. He's actually closing down on Adam. That's how strange it gets on these shorter tracks with the pit stops. So Adam is in 11th. Floppy Fox is in 12th. Oh, although has he got the moved on?
Oh, Mr. Death Zone, John, I just caught that replay. It was Lorisud in front, and Mr. Death Zone just caught unawares by the braking by the car in front and took extreme evasive action. Took the car well off track to avoid any contact. So, although
fair though, in this
Mr.
one they're
Death Zone,
taking it off track. Yeah, that's like one. Yeah, just a minor movement on the steering wheel, and that throws the weight of the car completely. And yeah, you can very easily see what we just saw there. So, but yeah, off into the sand, self-inflicted by the look of it, just avoiding the braking zone. Did it look like Loris had broke a bit earlier? I mean, it's hard to tell in these conditions, if I take it, I'm guessing.
Slipstream's definitely long straight, heading towards, sorry, the Fogarty S's back there, so just caught unaware, a bit in the slipstream.
Oh, Lorisheed's got the moved on
And
Joe Bananas. Sorry, thumbing through the chicane there. Lorisheed has got the moved on Joe Bananas. He's going to go defensive early and get himself over to the right-hand side and try and defend that Melbourne hairpin. And I tell you what, he doesn't have to do much defending there. The Audi falls back. Tighter line does get a good exit then, so will still be in contention coming into Goddard's. Taking a much wider line than the Audi, so going to get a much better exit, you would think. The Bentley, though, looking at very planted and quick. The Audi taking the inside gear, and the Audi comes into the pits then.
straight in, straight out of that battle. He's going to look to get himself into clean air after this pit stop, John. Hopefully we'll resume that battle when Lorisod picks his pit stop up later on. Mr. Death Zone, 4th position back.
Yeah, he does. And Floppy Fox up to 11th. 2.9 seconds he is behind Cow Cow, who has pitted. They're both, in fact, all three of them now have cleared. Woodster barely had a mention, but we did see him have a bit of a spin earlier on. We've seen all the drivers pretty much have a bit of a moment. Joe Bananas is going bananas. He's in the pits. Woodster's in 13th. Jay Lealis in the Porsche, still to come in and take his pit. He's getting the hang of it.
That's Joe off again now, so he'll be ready. Looks like a bit of fresh air too, so a pit stop. Possibly we do have Jay Lealis coming just behind now, still yet to make a pit stop as well. So Joe Bananas back out in 13th, John, and yeah, keep an eye on 3rd position there and see where they come out after these pit stops. 24 minutes to go.
24 minutes to go, very nearly at the halfway mark here in the opening exchanges. It's the ACR Earth Tour Season 5, Round 1. There are still a couple of spaces. The spaces in the pits, that's why Lorisheed is now popping in. So there we go, Kane. I don't need to fill for too much longer.
No, we're going to see where it plays out right now.
Excellent.
Joe Bananas just coming around Copus now. He's on Starkey straight.
Yeah.
So
he's on outlap tyres as well. So yeah, pretty much the perfect chance. Lorisheed is rolling. Mr. Death Zone is definitely through there. That was Luke B. Ward and Sweet Dreams going through as well. Lorisheed has been released. Joe Bananas. Oh, it's just coming through the last bend.
Still.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a pit stop there. Guys will be straight into the Discord chat after this race, confirming what sort of pit stop needs to be made. No doubt.
Yeah.
Do love a end of round 1 confirmation of the rules, readily available generally on the website, guys.
Indeed.
So,
there's awful gearbox in the Porsche. Oh, and this is the difficulty that you have, just trying to go offline that little bit to let them through. Full credit to Gearbox then, getting himself out the way. Let's give him some extra camera time. Gearbox, honestly, mate, this is exactly how my races always go, so credit to you for hanging in there, bud. You will only improve, especially with the pace of the drivers around you. Floppy Fox showing some pace though in 10th. With De Silva, Sweet Dreams, Luke Ward, Mr. Death Zone, Dexter and Leon Seeley all taking the opportunity to stretch their legs, not yet taking their pit stop. Now, it pains me to say this. Sorry, on you go, mate, on you go. No,
yeah, sorry, Sweet Dreams into the pits.
Yep.
So Mr. Death Zone now up to, sorry, that guitar dude now up to the leading driver who's made their pit stop.
Yeah, yes, I was. What was I about to say? Yeah, Dexter, I really don't want to be doing this and handing him the mantle, but given his open exchanges, it does seem like he's taking on James Lee and D. Lewis's mantle as the trouble magnet for the lead. So let's hope that's not the case. He is, of course, in a Ferrari, so he needs to be getting all the space to do all the work. we have, is that half the field pitted? It is. Over half the field has pitted off of Gearbox and Adam. There's off of Gearbox there. And Adam in 16 GT96 Gaming. And they've taken their pits.
Yeah,
Here,
very
Leolis.
good.
Sorry, on you go, Ken.
No, just a very good point in the comments there, John. Again, it's over 9,000 RPMs. No Astons or McLarens
Yeah,
out
spotted
there
that, yeah.
for the season. So we do have a decent mix of cars out there. But yeah, of course, no Astons or McLarens. So
PC and
see how that
console are a
plays
bit
out too.
different. The Aston's definitely the all-rounder for PC, but I think it is not quite as good for some reason on the console. So I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's something to do with the air thickness or one of these updates, but yeah, I do know there is a difference. There's Luke Ward. He is coming into the pits. Floppy Fox has caught back up to Laura Sud, and I tell you what, Wolf side by side. Look how much more pace he got. De Silva is in the pits as well. So Floppy and Laura Sud are going to make back these two places there. They're going to jump ahead of the time, or so is Cow Cow. So Cow Cow, Laura Sud, Floppy Fox, and Gunnar Robb, I believe. Yes. And Sweet Dreams all going to be promoted to places unless they were already a lap down, which I don't think they
LPS
were.
de Silva's just jumped Luke Ward in the pits there. A little bit of confusion. Both of those guys look to be in the same pit box. LPS de Silva one in front, so Luke just missing the pit stop slightly allows LPS de Silva past in that pit stop done, so it proves just how important getting those pit stops cleared is.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, there was a lot of talk in the chat about how you get the perfect pit stop, and because you really can, Kane, as you well know, you can save, what is it, something that's like
How do
3
you
seconds.
get the perfect pit stop?
Yeah, isn't there something like
It
3
was a simple
seconds?
answer.
3 seconds you can
Yeah,
save
correct.
by having an ignition button mapped. Is that correct?
Cannot confirm the actual length of time saved, but it is definitely quicker. Definitely quicker. I know some of those guys will be coming in with the car stopped already. The car will be off. So as soon, sorry, not stopped. That car will be turned off, and they'll roll in with a switched off car, stop the car, get it done, start it back up again. Very, very quick.
Yeah. Yeah, really do. Sorry, Floppy Fox on screen at the moment. But we'll get some on board. Oh, stuck. There we go. Let's go for some Bailey car. Let's have a look then. You can see just how much of a roller coaster this track is. We are not. This is the old hairpin. Much quicker, you want to brake way before, get accelerating way before the apex of the old hairpin, and come up this hill towards Starcase, or through Starcase Bridge up into McLean's, and then into Coppice, where we've seen a couple of drivers have some issues. As you can see, this here completely blind braking and turning in zone, and then it's foot down way before the apex again. Try and carry as much speed around here as you can, because it's all about the straight and getting yourself through. Stop, go for car number 787, Kane. Track limits. That is no one that's on my screen at the moment. Snap oversteer there for Floppy Fox. Got himself through the chicane. As you can see, another downhill section, and heavy on the brakes. He's going downhill. Completely throws the weight of the car right onto the front tyres. Very close there from Floppy as they come through Melbourne. Here we go into Goddard's end. Is he going to try something up the inside? He doesn't. The apex is taken by the Bentley. Goes for a wider line in, trying to get more exit speed. Not to be done this time. Wheatcroft Straight it is, and along onto Redgate. They will go down into Hollywood once more. Have any chance you've spotted who that was that got the drive-through, Ken? In fact, I'll tell you what. So let me just see. Overview 787. It's Woodster in the Ferrari. So it's Woodster in the Ferrari. What have we got going on here then? Floppy Fox is through. Floppy Fox is through on Laura Sud. Then I was busy looking at a list of drivers' names. He got the overtake done. So there you go. That's what I get for looking away to confirm who that was. Let's have a look and see what the rest of the field are doing. Leon looks like he's going for another long run. There is confirmation on screen that it is Woodster. He's got a stop-go 30-second penalty. That is a painful one. Leon Seeley is leading the race. Mr. Deathzone is up to second, still has to take his pit stop. So that guitar dude is pretty much leading the race at the moment. Depends how much of a gap he can close on Leon Seeley when Leon comes into pits. But he is the lead driver. This pit is putting Dexter into second place. Floppy Fox absolutely flying. He is, at the moment, we're going to say third, meaning Laura said is fourth, and then it's Gunnar Robb back up to 7th place. So that's a great run from Gunnar. Started in 14th position. Curse of the commentator, he's run wide. Sorry, Rob.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Gremlins.
Gremlins. Did you pour water on them again, Kane? I've told you they're just reproducing. You end up with more and more of them. Plus electricity is not a big fan of it.
Pour water on the gremlins in my PC. I don't think water.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I hope you've not done that again.
Yeah, no, definitely not putting water. Water. No.
No, definitely not. Gunnar Robb there, we were just singing his praises. He's got himself up to 7 places. He's actually just lost the place though to Cow. He ran off just as he was on screen. It's still a decent showing though, with Mr. Deathzone and Leon Seeley still to pit. There's definitely still options and possibilities for drivers to get closed up and look for overtaking moves. It is Joe Bananas that is closing in on Sweep Dreams. Sweep gets himself out the way, lets him through. So Joe Bananas up to 10th. He's going to hunt down De Silva now, who is in 9th. As I mentioned, Gunnar Robb, he's in 8th, just been overtaken by Cow, now in 7th. It's amazing how that works. Laura said, as I mentioned, 6th, Floppy Fox 5. Then it's Dexter in 4th, and that guitar dude in 3rd. Ahead of these drivers, oh, tell you what, there's a bit of spicy action there. It's Leon Seeley and Mr. Deathzone that are still up the front of the pack. 14 little minutes to go, and they've still to take a pit stop each. Leon looks like he's putting in some pretty solid laps up the front there. So it's all about where Mr. Deathzone is going to finish. Of course, he led the race. Floppy Fox led the race until he put it off in turn 1. Mr. Deathzone then led the race until he put it off in the chicane. Both of them making massive fight backs, with Floppy Fox, as we say, in 5th, and likely to be challenging for a podium given the laps that he's putting in with Leon Seeley and Deathzone. As we say, still to take their pits. There's Awful Gearbox popping himself out the way to let the battle between the Bentley and the Ferrari continue onwards, Kane. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. This is an amazingly difficult course to overtake at the best of times, but we've seen some cracking moves so far, and it looks like Gunnar Robb is lining one up on Cow.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Cow, as you mentioned, just getting past a couple of laps previous, and Gunnar Robb, yeah, going absolutely nowhere, sticking right to the back of Cow, making it very difficult for the Ferrari to pull away and gain some of his own momentum.
What a hold! What a save, Jay Leolas! Wow, how did you get a grip on that? Well done. He's only just recently got these tracks, so he's only recently learned them, as Kane was talking about. He's one of the drivers that's fairly new to ACR and new to this some of these DLC tracks, and what a save that was. I hope you go back and clip that for yourself, mate. Get that shared on your Twitter feed or something. That was epic. What a save. In the Porsche as well. Well done, mate. On you go. Awful Gearbox in 17th. Woodster is in 16th. Just been passed by some of the lead drivers there. Adam in 15th. Jay Leolas, as we just mentioned, he's in 14th. Still to take his pit. GT96 in 13th place. Just got past Jay. Luke Ward is the man that's just got past Woodster. He is in 12th, a lap up. Sweet Dreams is in 11th. We've got Joe Bananas down in 10th, so he's dropped quite a few places. Oh, and De Silva, he's had a wiggle on that curb. And I'll tell you what, Joe Bananas, Oh, interesting one here. Interesting one here. Oh, he's had to tuck in behind. And I tell you what, is he going to try and make a move on this uphill section? He is. They're going to go uphill. No, they're not. They're going to fall back into place. Oh, De Silva. He's let the wet tyres get the best of him there. No traction on the curbs. And it is Joe Bananas back inside the top 10 then. De Silva in 10th place. Joe Bananas in 9th. Gunnar Robb still trying to find a way past Cow. So the battle for 7th rages on with 11 minutes to go. Lorisud though, he is still in 6th. Floppy Fox in 5th, trying to close in on Dexter in 4th. That guitar dude 3rd, and still Death Zone and Leon Seeley leading the way at the front of the pack. Let's watch this battle with Gunnar Robb and Cow though, Kane. It is an absolute cracker, and yeah, these two definitely look like they're having some fun in the rain out there.
Yeah, these guys are going to carry this through for the last 10 minutes of this race for our entertainment. Absolutely. Gunnar Robb, like we say, not going anywhere there on Cow. Slightly larger gap there from previous lap, but nothing to be concerned. Gunnar Robb still got plenty of time and patience. We know, as we mentioned earlier, a veteran of the ACR world, so he'll know when and where to get things done, not pushing it at all. Pushing it. The lead driver's still yet to pit. A little bit of a gap there between those two guys as well. So Leon Seeley out in front by a good stretch. Mr. Destone just comes over the line now. So he was involved with those slight little incidents throughout the opening exchanges. Drops him back a little bit off of gearbox. Looks to have made it back to the pits. Let's hope he can get himself back out there. And Jay Lelis also getting that mandatory pit done and dusted. He'll come out in 15th position. And we'll hold that from Woodster. So head down now. Adam in front, Jay Lelis. Onwards and upwards. Away we go.
Yes, indeed. Coming in the last corner, it was certainly, it was almost a way we go for the Bentley and the Ferrari. They're getting very, very close through Melbourne. Gunnar Robb is still trying to get this move done here. As he passed off the gearbox there in the pits, as mentioned. But it is the Bentley and Gunnar Robb trying to close in on the Ferrari off Cow. I'm sure there's more action going on behind them, so let's jump back into the view where we can actually see what's going on. And yeah, so it is getting a little bit stretched out with the rest of the field at the moment. Of course, these two drivers still to take their pits. We see Gearbox coming out of the pits then, so it is Death Zone and Leon Seeley, the two drivers at the front of the train who still need to take their pit stop. And Lamborghini certainly seems to have got himself, Adam that is, got himself back under control. There had a couple of spins in turn 1. So yeah, the Lamborghini not a big fan of the rain, as our returning champion Mario, I'm sure, would be the first to testify. Oh, and there we go, turn 1. Once again, just catching the Lamborghini out the back of the car, trying to get around the corner before the front. And that is the result. So it's another quick spin there. But the rest of the drivers still on track. And this battle, Kane, talk us through this battle with Gunnar Robb. I'll be back in a couple of seconds, mate, okay?
Yeah, no dramas. Guys fiercely at it still as they head into the final corner. Cow just getting a little bit too sideways there. He's going to lose plenty of speed on exit. And Gunnar Robb's going to have him, if he wants, definitely not an easy move to get done on the first corner. But like John's mentioned before, there's not a whole lot of spaces to get moves done, especially now in the wet. Gunnar Robb, he's got to pick whether he wants to choose sit in the slipstream here or choose his own line and get out of the way of Cow. Cow's made a mistake though, and Gunnar Robb, like we say, showing plenty of patience, veteran of the leagues, just sticks behind long enough to put Cow under enough pressure, and that gap is going to extend now. Cow's going to have to get rid of those dirty tyres. He spent a little bit of time there on the grass, so going to have to clean those up, and Gunnar Robb might have a chance here to break away and take what will be a good opening race position up into 7th position now. Good start from Guna Rob. Qualified down in 14th. So that opening first lap pit stop, getting it done and dusted, coming out in some clean air. It's proved all the worth it for Guna Rob. As we say, makes his way up into 7th position. Little bit late on the brakes in Melbourne. Still got plenty of time back there to cow. Sorry, John, go.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say I've just got back there. And do my eyes deceive me, or is that the place taken by Gunnar Rob? It is. So you got the move done. Was it a good move?
It was a pressure move, John. We see the patience and racecraft of Gunnar Rob. As we see a yellow car, 312. Who's that? That is G. Leelis.
Not in the Porsche.
Yeah, not having a good run after that pit stop. Yeah, Gunnar Rob proving all the pressure does mount up, just kept piling it on Cow and actually got it done in the old hairpin. Cow going a little bit wide, putting it on the grass, and Gunnar Rob getting it done with ease in the end. As he does come up on Leelis. It pays off, Sean, as we exactly had mentioned. Gunnar Rob knows how and when to get it done. Just putting enough pressure on. Already had a good position. He was probably happy with 8th. And anything else was a bonus. So pressure mounting, and another spin by Awful Gearbox there in the final corner too at Goddard's there.
It's the Porsches. Both Porsches have had a nightmare from what I've seen, Ken. I don't think it's either driver. I think both Porsches, because Gearbox is usually not bad, and Leelis I'm sure showed some pace. So yeah, I would say the Porsche is definitely suffering around here. We do have another driver who unfortunately didn't meet the requirement because he hadn't got his car unlocked, or got multiplayer unlocked, and he has probably been saved because he's actually in the Porsche as well. So it looks like the DNS might actually almost have been worth it, although yeah, he would have still scored points, so no, definitely not. Make sure you get things done. Gearbox is back in the pits. Death Zone coming out of the pits,
Zone just coming out of his pit stop, John, so just pulling in behind Cow.
Wow,
so once the timing boards updates here, Gunnar Rob's going to find himself likely in 6th position.
Wow, that's a great run. He's starting in 14th. 14th.
Correct,
so
yeah, massive moves.
So both of us stopping and starting. I know, both, yeah.
No, you go.
Move. No, you go. No, you hang up first. No, don't even. But no, Gunnar Rob, as we were saying there, 112 races he's done. Somebody actually said to me something about the racing, and yeah, I've done a few myself. So Gunnar Rob's catching up. Had to slip that in there. But yeah, just showing you the race experience. Gets that pit stop done in the first lap, and he's made up 8 places, just keeping it nice and clean. And getting himself to the end. Joe Bananas as well. He's got the moves on De Silva, as we said. And oh, Mr. Dexon's back in the pits.
Oh,
what's happened there? He definitely cleared his mandatory. Has he damaged the car, or? That sounds like a job for the instant replay, Kane. Woodstar comes out of the pits. Leon Seeley is now coming up to some business end traffic. There's only 2 minutes 46 seconds left to go, so only about 2 laps left. The Porsche driver getting himself out the way. Toot sweet, you'll love to see it. And the Ferrari cracks on. You would guesstimate that Leon has pretty much got to get himself into the pit on this lap. There we go then. So the last driver of 17 takes his pit, and Mr. Deathzone is still in the pits then. Oh, he's got a flat tyre. Kane, he's in the chat, he's got a flat tyre. So there we go, that just goes to show you that is absolutely devastating bad luck there for the guitar dude.
Yeah, I think I'm just watching exactly where that happened. Sorry, John. Yeah, I think I just watched exactly where that happened, coming into McLean's after that pit stop. And yeah, it all just went wrong.
It's game on, Kane. It's game on, Kane. That guitar dude's got the lead of the race. Oh my, or has he? No, he's not. Leon Seeley is just ahead. But, oh, that guitar dude's got the momentum into turn 1. And is that where's Dexter? He's ahead, so that guitar is ahead of Dexter. I'll tell you what, Leon has maintained the lead of the race. Oh, the Porsche trying to get out of the way there, touched the curb, locked up the brakes. Trying to get out of the way of the lead of the race, doesn't want to interfere there, and that is, yeah, we've said it time and time again, this track on a good day is a nightmare to overtake. You put wet tyres, wet curbs, and a drying line, because we're now seeing the track is now downgraded from wet to damp. That definitely changes the dynamics of your tyres and the type of grip you're going to get. That is savage, I know. So Mr. Desso, can you not change the tyres, or? Yeah, man, get yourself back out on track, get them bad boys changed. Leon Seeley is in the lead of the race, 2.5 seconds then is the gap to that guitar dude. So it definitely closed during the pit stop there, Ken.
And continuing to close too, John. That guitar dude on much warmer tyres. Leon Seeley getting that pit stop later, so he struggled out there on that out lap. We'll see how things. We've only got 1 lap to go, so Leon Seeley right at the last.
Oh, we've missed an overtake. Floppy Fox has been overtaken by Lorisud. Wow, so Lorisud on the penultimate lap gets him moved on Floppy Fox in the Ferrari. I wonder if the wet tyres on the drying line are struggling. I'd say it is a fair guesstimate. Not long to go for the drivers now, so it is just a case of hang on and see. But De Silva has got the move done on Joe Bananas. So I think we're seeing tyre problems for quite a few of the drivers. The penultimate lap, you can see the drying line there visibly. See the line as clear as a whistle. And it is the last lap for Leon Seeley. You'll be hoping his tyres can hold up. I can only imagine what the PSIs on these things are. Comes into the old hairpin. He's got that guitar to 2.3 seconds now in arrears. Dexter looking to take a podium in his inaugural race. He will be delighted with that. There's a Lorisud as well, overtaking Floppy Fox, the pole sitter. Joe Bananas. What's happened there?
Floppy Fox, fuel. Floppy Fox in the chat, low fuel, John. He's going to struggle to get back. He's only just started that last lap. 5th position. Guna Rob, let's have a look. It's just headed down in Hollywoods now. Just about to make it to the old hairpin. Let's see how low that fuel is for Floppy. Guna Rob on the charge, sees it. Sees that time closing and is hungry to get more. Gets a little bit sideways, loses a little bit of time there, but closing rapidly still. 6 seconds with 2 sectors of the track left. That's another.
There is Leon Seeley then. He's just crossed the line to win the race. We're going to instantly jump back. That guitar dude's taking second. We're going to jump back on board with Joe Bananas and Cow up the inside of the old hairpin on the Audi. So battles all the way to the end. Some of these drivers have been an absolutely unbelievable addition to this league, with Joe Bananas being one of the new drivers, and the returning drivers that have covered themselves in some serious glory tonight as well, with some serious drives. Well done to that guitar dude and Dexter taking podiums in their first race with us here at ACR. Lorisud's going to take 4th. Floppy Fox is nursing it to the end. Gunnar Rob is going to get him in the last bend. Is he? How close is this going to be? There is Gunnar Rob. It is visible, but Floppy Fox is going to hang on to 5th position. Gunnar Rob up 8 places to take 6th. De Silva in 7th. Cow is going to take 8. Joe Bananas is in 9th. And it's a top 10 for Sweet Dreams. GT96 in 11th. Adam in 12th. Jay Lealis is going to come home in 13th position. Quality driving in the Porsche on the new track for the new driver. Luke Ward has run out of fuel. Ah, my goodness me. Woodster in 15th. Death Zone in 16th position. An awful gearbox in 17th. I think Luke has run out of fuel.
Yeah, John, 100%. These guys learning the hard way. It's not always that bad to throw an extra 5 litres in, make it all the way. So that last lap probably coming a little bit unexpected, with the leader finishing possibly earlier than some of these drivers predicted. So yeah, getting that extra lap, finishing later even. Finished with 0.2 litres. Floppy Fox joining the chat.
Wow.
0.2 litres. So nursed it home, kept the position. Gunnar Rob did charge home. Was on the proud, John. What an opening race.
Yeah, that really was. That really was. Sorry, I've got some housekeeping very quickly to do. The gentleman in the chat will be waiting on me to collect the results. So let me do that. Let me do that. Oh, we can do that again. Yeah, that was, quite frankly, incredible. What an opening race for the season, Kane. And you've got to be unbelievably excited for the season going forward, given the results that we've just had there. And let's not forget, our returning champion will be returning next week. Mario makes his comeback to defend his crown a race down. This is going to be good, my friend.
Have really taken the last to first challenge all the way, Mario. Starting, yeah, like we say, with 0 points, race two. And we do head off to Paul Ricard next week, John. So
Oof.
very, very mixed emotions for drivers out there. Some of them will be licking their lips, others will be cowering in the corners. Floppy Fox, silly mistake, first corner. Can't believe that. So confirmation there that Floppy, no contact from Mr. Destone from behind, just a little mistake in the opening corner, slightly colder tyres, and that's where it all went wrong. Mr. Destone, yeah, hit a something curb.
Yeah.
All yeah, and then that last puncture at Floppy Flox didn't touch him. I didn't touch him, he says. Yes, Mr. Death Zone. We did confirm that. I didn't throw you under the bus. There was no.
Yeah, there was no grand conspiracy. It's fine. We did double check and clear your honour. But yeah, that was. I mean, I'm still catching my breath here while I'm trying to line up. The chat is absolutely alive. Yeah, there's Adam in the chat. Lambo plus the rain equals undrivable. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable race out there. The close at the end. Leon Seeley's just in the chat saying as well how he couldn't believe how close he got. Mr. Deathzone got. Sorry, that guitar did got towards the end of the race. The points are going to be added out. I'm going to go and get myself a double espresso to try and calm my heart rate down after that race, because that was an absolute cracker. As Kane said, it is, not only the two reasons for the drivers to have a bit of a worry on for next week. We have the return of Mario, and we've got Paul Chittard. Of course, the worst course ever driven or invented. Off the front, come on, what are you doing? Do it,
It
Mr.
is
Desson.
a very technical track, John, so I understand your hatred for it.
Yeah, it's very good, my friend. Very good, very good. You're sacked. No, that was good. It's that Super Mario. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. No, that was Mr. Deathzone. Very, very entertaining. We're looking forward to next week when Mario returns. And, of course, when the Marv actually gets his standing. So we're going to have another two drivers join next week, and I'm sure we can fill the 20th spot on the grid. But for now, I need to go and lie down in a darkened room with something to eat. That was crazy. Thank you to everyone that signed up last minute today and took part in the race with zero practice and then got confronted by rain. It was a really, really great show. Great show. So, yeah, thanks to everybody that got involved. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to the guys giving me the follows tonight, Floppy Fox and Dexter and Kane, of course, busting out the subscription. 8 months he's been at it. And, of course, extra special thank you to Kane as well for joining me on the commentary this early hour of his morning.
As always, John, pleasure's always mine. This guy's putting on quite the display for us. So, yeah, looking forward to next week. We do head to Paul Ricard. Everyone jumping in the chat now.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe that's going to continue.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that was Mr. Desson just saying, yeah, that was how the conversation went. Doing any Thursday? No. You want a race? Yep, Donington in the rain. Okay. That is pretty much how that one works. That is pretty much how that one works. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, though. Now that I've jumped all over Kane. Sorry, Kane, were you finished there?
Yeah. Sure. I've got no more in green. You didn't. I've had bonus words thrown in. I had nothing in green tonight, John.
No, I know, I
Everything.
know.
Phew, it's been tough. It's been tough. That's all we know. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Jump back in. We'll rewatch that one, guys, for sure. Guys at Donington throwing it on. And yeah, cannot wait for next week.
Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll do a quick raid. If I can make this technology work. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, happy watching back the stream if you're one of the drivers that took part, and we shall see you all again very, very, very soon indeed. Let's go and watch Linksay. He's unbelievably rapid. So yeah, we'll go and raid Linksay. Everybody say hi, and yeah, let's get involved. See you all soon. Take it easy.
Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Yo, Raven, your turn to scare the crap out of me.